God only knows what. Never took me on the freeway one time. Took me back to the testing center, dropped me off, said, you're going to be fine. And that was it. So I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, I want driver's ed. It's like, dude, this is important. These are essentially missiles we're putting teenagers in. It's important. And yet, I just told you all that, and it's like, oh, was it, though? I don't know, I'm not sure I learned anything. It is kind of one of those things you kind of have to do a little bit. But they did make us test. I don't care about the written test at all. Like, I really don't. Memory is one of those things I don't care about driving. It's responsibility. I remember I told a friend of mine had a kid who was getting her driver's license first time. And it was like I told her, I was like, that's part of how I know you're going to be good at this, because you care enough to be nervous. You're smart enough to be a little nervous. Driving is about responsibility. You're a responsible teenager. You're going to be fine with this. Sure enough, she's been great at it. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. Now, by the way, I got a buddy who had to hand over keys to a son of his, and I was like, that ain't gonna go well. And sure enough, it did not go well, right? Because again, it's about responsibility there, a little bit. But I do think people should have a little bit of hours behind the wheel of a car before we're just like, yeah, just go do this on the roadway next to everybody else. We have no idea if you have any idea what you're doing. I don't know, man. For a guy that doesn't like government involvement, that's one of those places where it's like, all right, maybe step in here just a little bit, man. Have you seen the traffic jams? No, just no training whatsoever. And add it to the fact that we can't get off the freeway now. We want to just add more people who have never, this little training might not be the worst idea in the world. We'll talk about that a little bit more tomorrow on the program. Missed anything? Pick up the pod, that at WRQK.com. Shortly, we will get that posted. Teresa passing out that next $1,000 Rock the Bank Keeper, 10 a.m. here on Rock 106. Aside from that, I'm done for today. Not back live again until tomorrow. Stay safe out there. Do in fact meet me here at 6 a.m. Tuesday show here on Rock 106. Hopefully you have a decent afternoon, and hopefully you and I run into one of them somewhere in this great city of ours. The Stansberry Show.
That boy is a P.I.G. pig.
On Rock 106.9.
It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions.
It's over! Fly Eagles fly!
Celebrate the big win with the official licensed Super Bowl champions gear. Available now at NFLshop.com.
The Eagles win it! Super Bowl 59!
From jerseys to hats to must-have collectibles, we've got everything you need to rep your team with pride. Don't wait. These styles won't last. Shop now at NFLshop.com and gear up like a champion.
Ready to upgrade your entertainment experience? Vizio TVs make streaming easy with convenient access to all your favorite apps. Enjoy top hits from the iHeartRadio app or watch over 300 free live channels of news, sports, and more on Watch Free Plus. And now, take free TV and movies on the go with Watch Free Plus in the Vizio mobile app. Available anytime, anywhere, for everyone. Download the Vizio mobile app now or visit Vizio.com/iHeartRadio to learn more.
Are you a Christian media professional passionate about advancing hope and faith through media? Join the National Religious Broadcasters, the leading association for Christian communicators. Founded in 1944, NRB advocates for Christian broadcasters, offering benefits including educational programs, events, and virtual networking. Visit nrb.org/membership to join. Use promo code RADIO to waive your application fee.
It is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
The Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions.
It's over! series Chasing Shadows, where samurai warlords and shinobi spies teach us the tactics and skills needed not only to survive, but to conquer. Whether you're preparing for Assassin's Creed Shadows or fascinated by history and great stories, listen to Echoes of History, a Ubisoft podcast brought to you by History Hits. There are new episodes every week.
Are you a Christian media professional passionate about advancing hope and faith through media? Join the National Religious Broadcasters, the leading association for Christian communicators. Founded in 1944, NRB advocates for Christian broadcasters, offering benefits including educational programs, events, and virtual networking. Visit nrb.org/membership to join. Use promo code RADIO to waive your application fee.
Welcome to Friday morning. Here on the Sandsbury Show. A little delayed start there. That one was all me. You can't see this screen, but I'm supposed to have pressed this button that says manual right here. And I did not do that. So we got a little bit of a delayed start to the morning. Let's hope we fare better than that throughout the remainder of the program. Now, it is Friday, so what we'll do at 9 o'clock is make sure you're prepared for the weekend. I got $1,000 keywords to get passed out. We'll do the first one, that at 9 a.m. We will continue those all day here on Rock 106. I unfortunately am unable to give you the Friday audio reel today. I have a piece of equipment still down, so down. It has the Band-Aid written over it. Do not use. This is not for you. So hopefully next week we'll be able to get that back. I do kind of miss the Friday audio. And we had some good audio this last week that I was unable to play that would have fit inside there. Anyway, we'll move on. Apparently Russell Brand is, there's more accusations around Russell Brand. And of course, this story with Russell will get us right back into one of my favorite phrases. We use it all the time. We used it just last week about Barack Obama. Is, I don't think you're judged in the moment. Right? I think you're judged by who you were in the moment. Think about this at work. It happens here all the time. Like somebody will screw up. Right? And depending on who it is, you'll say, nah, let's look again. I bet that's not true. And sure enough, you find out it wasn't true, right? There's a little bit of, you get a little grace. If you are the person, all right, you work with somebody who's habitually late at work, right? You work with them. And when they're late for a real reason, do you believe them? No, right? Because they're late all the time. If I showed up late to work one day and I tell my boss, yeah, yo man, this is what happened. He's going to go, okay. Because it never, at first they're going to be panicked like, what happened? Because this never happens. And then when I walk through the door, he's going to be like, and I tell him, this is what happened. Okay. Like who you were leading up to the moment will decide how people feel about it. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean you're guilty or innocent, but there are new accusations out there over Russell Brand. We have yet another football player, Justin Tucker, Baltimore Raven, who's been accused of sexual assault over massage therapists and the like. And I remember saying about Deshaun, and I called Myles Garrett out, as a matter of fact, with the Deshaun issue. And I don't think it has to be any one particular athlete. I reached for Myles because it was a big name everybody knew. But athletes tell me all the time about how they have a responsibility to weigh in and pass out their opinion on any big issue that's happening in the country. You know what? You're an American. Fine, you have that right. Speak. The problem I have is when all of a sudden there's something you may be in this. If memory serves, the amount of massage therapists Deshaun Watson had been seeing was something like 22. I think in 1 year it was something like 11 of them or something. Like, don't quote that, but it was a big number. It was a big enough number where I came in here and I asked all of the fellow athletes this. You're going to tell me you weren't there with him, right? And I'm going to tell you, well, you weren't in Buffalo for the grocery store shooting either, but you said plenty, right? So like, okay, so, but like, okay, what's fair is fair. So you weren't there with him. Okay. But you are a Hall of Fame athlete. I would like to know, how many massage therapists does it take you to get through the year? See, because, like, they keep the same chef. They keep the same barber. You keep the same trainer. You keep the same these roles. Your team, if you will. Right? And celebrities don't like new people. You don't like new people, right? Because then you got to make people sign NDAs, and you're going to hear this, and on and on. I'm going to swatch people out. You don't want new people. You want your circle. You want people you can trust. So why is it this one person in their life where it's like, nah, I need like 900 of these stuff? It's like that part's always a little suspicious to me. So I would like some more athletes to come out and say, no, dude, you see about 80 of these. Right? It is. You see 4 different ones in every city you fly into. I don't know what the system is, but I know I got athletes telling me that they're experts on subjects they're nowhere near, and then all of a sudden when they are like, they could maybe tell you how this actually works, I can't do it. One of my brethren not talking. Justin Tucker, that story, we will get into that. Let's do that at 8 o'clock. A lot of sports on the program today. And honestly, normally I get real excited about it. I got to tell you a sports story today. I don't want to. I'm going to tell you a sports story today at 7 o'clock that proves I don't have a bias, or I'm not trying to like hide anything, or bought and paid for me. All of you that think sports gambling and sports is rigged, there's an investigation coming into both collegiate and professional basketball. And we've seen this once before with the referee in basketball. You may have the smoking gun. Sports is 100% fabricated. You may have that smoking gun through a lawsuit involving basketball. And you and I will take a look at that today at 7 o'clock on Rock 106.9.
The Stansberry Show.
I just thought you were a dumb freeloader who ate all my food and played video games all day.
On Rock 106.9.
9 o'clock, rock the bank with me. Grab that first $1,000 keyword. Maybe take Monday off. A little long weekend there. Those are nice, man. I like those. I feel like we should get more of those. That's why when people are like, Super Bowl Monday, make it a national holiday. I'm like, yeah, I like it. I feel like a few more of those built into the calendar would ease a lot of the pressure, attitude, if you will, tone of the country. A little bit more. Look how people celebrate this. I talk about it all the time, right? I love this show, right? I'm lucky enough to pass out my opinion as it's fact, get paid a halfway decent amount of money for it. I've met a bunch of interesting people. It's not a bad life. Pretty good. And so, like, that always makes me think about people who like, hate their job. Now, hate is a word people will kind of use easily with about something you have to do versus want to do, right? I'd be curious how many of you actually hate your job versus just like, well, dude, if I didn't have to have responsibilities, I'm not sure I would do this, right? Now, a few of you, I hear from you guys a lot. I'm willing to bet another guy who likes what he does a lot is Stephen A. Smith, right? Again, gets on TV, passes out his opinion like it's fact, gets paid a ton of money, watches the other half of the building get fired so he can make a ton of money. And I would imagine he likes that life. He has won the divorce between he and Skip Bayless. Stephen A. Smith has clearly won that divorce. I mean, Shannon won that divorce. I mean, that's just it. I mean, dude, Skip's lost like 3 divorces in a row now. He suffered a couple of tough beats. I mention it because Stephen A. Smith was on Real Time with Bill Maher, I think it was about a week ago. And he laid into the Dems about how they ran. He said everything I was saying for 4 straight years after the fact. And I'm not going to drag him for that. That's fine. It is easier to say it after it comes true. Like, that's easier. It's like, yes, the bold part is back here. Right? That's the bold part is back there. It's like, this real dumb, right? And that's the bold part. Now, I'm not on him, but he was honest about it. And he said, look, you were leaning into issues that affected 1% of the population and you isolated people. He was right. He went on to say he felt stupid, foolish, I think it was, voting for her because they kind of knew. I think that's him. Now, I don't know. I think he'll leave it, and I think that's how he won. I kept telling some of my listeners, watch this. This is going to happen. A lot of these celebrities, dude, are not voting for her. They're going to tell you they are, but they're not doing it. They're not. I'm telling you they're not doing it.